Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. We're here at the PresenTense event in New York City to learn about its new fellowship where it focuses on young Jewish innovation. Let's take a closer look.
Our social entrepreneur when we use the term, and from there I'll go forward into why we built the program as we did, the new one, how we train them. So a social entrepreneur, from our perspective, is someone who's trying to solve a social challenge with a sustainable solution. That is someone who can come and say, there's a problem out there in the world, and I think that we need to address it, and here's my solution for an ongoing way to address it. So it's a little bit different than the general nonprofit definition, and it's a little bit different than the for-profit definition, right? So there's a bottom double line here, right? We're assuming that people will have sources of earned revenue. And that's what we try to push people towards. That it's not only grants. It's not only getting someone to give you money. It's a way to get people to value what it is that you're doing so that you can get their energy in return to keep on going and create that sustainable cycle, right? And it's not only to make money for yourself. That is, you must be fixing something out there, and that thing must be burning enough that it makes sense to us that it needs to get fixed. And when I say us, I mean the steering committee, because the steering committee in the end makes the decision as to who's in and who's out. Our professional staff doesn't get involved in that, right? So from that capacity, social entrepreneur can be someone who wants to do a full-time thing or who wants to do something on the side that continually impacts the world. So a good example is a guy named Jonathan Shapiro in Boston, who is our fellow working on a life science partnership between Boston and Israel, where he's a lawyer, and he's doing incredibly well as a lawyer, but this was something that he wanted to do on the side, and he needed the additional kind of vision skills and definition skills and communication skills that are associated with our program. And so through us, he was able to better define his program, or at least I hope so, in terms of our evaluation and assessment. It seems like we were able to do something for him. And now his partnership is continually going, but it's not something he's going to quit his day job in order to do. On the other hand, you have someone like Matt Barr, or I can keep going down the list, but who are doing now their thing full time, right? So there are people who this is their life's work, their life's mission, this is what they want to do, and this is why they're doing it. We generally work with social entrepreneurs in the idea to prototype stage. That is, even if they've had an existing organization, but now they're trying to start something new, we generally don't work with organizations or companies that already have going operations and just want to improve their operations. That's not what we specialize in. There's some wonderful organizations in New York and around the world who work much better at that kind of stuff. We just don't do it. So we focus on the people who have an idea, they want to build it out into something bigger, and we can help them do that. So that on a basic level is where we're at. So we run our program on three fundamental assumptions. Our first assumption is that entrepreneurs at their earliest stage need time before they need money. What that means is that it's better to network someone with 3 mentors and 4 coaches and get them into different community spaces to know what people need, so that if you give them $5,000, they know exactly what to do with it, than to just say, oh, you have an idea? Great, here's $5,000, figure it out. And we've seen that time and again where people get early money and don't really know what to do with it, and then end up burning that money and asking for more money as opposed to figuring out a way to build something more sustainable. The second thing is practice before theory. That is, we were, at the very beginning, as Adam remembers, we brought in a whole lot of people to just give talks, right? Well, the talks are nice, but they don't really help, because if you're a real entrepreneur, you don't want to sit your ass on a chair. You just don't. You want to be out there, you want to be doing things, you want to be making deals, you want to be working. And that's just part of the passion of getting things off the ground. And so we've changed our curriculum in order to make practice be the #1 thing, with theory coming afterwards, with the opportunities to meet people. And even when we do theory, we do it through someone's practical experience. And then the last part is that startups need a community. That is, in the end of the day, trying to start something new in this world is lonely. It is hard, it is alienating. You feel like you're trying to push a rock up a mountain and no one's there to help you. And being able to have that community to help bounce ideas off of, get to know that other people are going through the same thing, learn about their challenges, get that additional fuel is very important.
What does it mean to be a social entrepreneur?
Wow, social entrepreneur. It means bringing out what's in people, and making that sustainable, to quote Ariel, but to take what's already there and take what's coming from communities and making it something that'll last and something that's going to benefit everyone and grow on its own.
And you are just starting up a new venture. Talk a little bit about how you started up.
Okay. I'm starting an annual anthology called Student Magazine. It's a 21st century Jewish art and design, crossing all barriers, crossing continents, and I was really inspired by PresenTense and having like a global awareness for what's out there, and the fact that you can take an idea and you can publish it and you can do it on your own with a lot of people's help, but it's possible.
Great. Well, good luck with your venture. How do you define social entrepreneurship?
I think social entrepreneurship is seeing the world one way and having a vision of how to make it a different way.
And there are a lot of ventures that are out there. PresenTense is facilitating and helping fund, go through the process of really becoming an institution. How does this all happen?
I think they are able to help young entrepreneurs, and by that I mean entrepreneurs that are young in their process, really understand what they need to go through to grow their vision and grow their business, so that they can take the next step to getting funding, to joining up with bigger organizations, so that they can grow their venture.
And it's exciting, it's sitting around in this room, there's so many people from different spectrums, and ideas come to the forefront. And it's like, this is a time to make things happen.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that the PresenTense is really great at creating conversation. And then, as Ariel said tonight, they really want to help create connections between people. And I think if you looked around the room after the formal part of the meeting was over, there are lots of people all around here having conversations with each other, who the only connection they have is that they came here and they heard each other say, "Oh, I'm involved with that, I'm involved with that," and they wanted to connect over it. So it's pretty amazing. And then I think that's the whole PresenTense model.
Right, and it's going to be great to see what that builds.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the idea of harnessing the potential of the Jewish people in positive ways to transform the world is pretty remarkable.
Definitely. What does it mean to be a Jewish entrepreneur?
A Jewish entrepreneur is somebody who helps change the world in any kind of way, doing it as a Jew, and most values of entrepreneurs are innately Jewish. I think, as Ariel really articulated earlier, somebody kind of whatever you're doing in terms of helping the world be a better place, in terms of any kind of tikkun olam, really is a Jewish concept and a Jewish entrepreneur.
And you've been involved in a lot of startups. What has been your drive to create a better world?
I think that it's important to know that you don't always have to recreate the wheel. Yes, I've been involved with a lot of startups, but I think shared resources and utilizing different things from different organizations, and I think that startups are important because obviously, especially if there's a need for something, you need to create it and you need to make it happen. I think that when you see an existing problem, to help create something to make a change is so important. You can sit and walk past people that are hungry, or you can help feed them, and so, startups are really important to just make sure things happen, and we're constantly continuing to better this world.
As you can see, it was a fantastic event. We learned about social entrepreneurship and how innovation is brought to the forefront. This is Arwen Herman, and thank you for watching.